Look at all the tornado warnings, by the way, from Virginia almost to D.C. Gosh, you can almost count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're not talking about just tornado warnings because it's been indicated by Doppler radar. We're talking about storms on the ground, parts of Raleigh sustaining damage. In Sanford, we'd have reports of a Lowe's that's been destroyed. We've had some reports of funnel clouds and tornado damage in parts of Robeson County. Let's get in real close, Colin, and because this is getting closer to Bladen County, into places like, let's say, Bladenboro and into Elizabethtown, I'm starting to get a little bit more concerned for the folks there just because the rotation in this cell is so impressive right now. Areas down to the south, by the way, don't want to leave you out. I know we haven't been talking about you very much, but with all of this line moving through, at some point you're going to see some stronger storms move through. Starting to get that well-defined hook echo signature again. It is going to be pushing to the east. It's probably raining right now in Elizabethtown, if not hailing just on the west side of town. They have trimmed the tornado warning back just a little bit. Whitefield, you look like you're maybe a little bit more in the clear right now, although you still have a couple of cells down to your south and west. Just now getting ready to cross into Bladen County. I know you see a lot of the reds and pinks here. That's where you have the heaviest rain and the potential for a little bit of hail. But let's get in real close here, Colin, and talk about that track of the storm. Bladenboro. Right now, just on your doorstep, just about, as this system comes in very close. Here's the hook that we're talking about. Tornado would probably be located about right here. A couple of things to note here. The one cell that currently has the tornado warning, which, by the way, notice they're trimming back. We've started to see that box get a little bit smaller. This is the one that's headed toward Elizabethtown, Bladenboro right now. It's still showing some pretty impressive rotation, as well as the cell that's getting ready to move through Clinton right now in Sampson County. The ones that are right now issued for that severe thunderstorm warning, you're not looking as bad, but that one that's down here with the tornado warning, they're seeing some pretty strong rotation. The reason I'm mentioning that is because the whole line still has to move through to the coast before we are in the clear. This is a different ball game from what we were talking about when we just have a Doppler radar indicated tornado. These tornadoes are deadly, they are on the ground, and we are seeing them continue, and they're probably going to continue for the next several hours. We're not done with this, Colin, by any means. We're probably going to see these tornado warnings go out, I'd say, for the next couple of hours or so.
Considering the fact that we saw some hail with this, and we're getting some reports of hail, and also the signature that I'm seeing on radial velocities and kind of the chaotic nature of this, it looks like it may have developed into more of a downburst kind of situation. We still have the tornado warning, and if you're in these locations, you need to be seeking shelter. Treat it as a tornado warning. But analyzing this from what I'm seeing, it looks like maybe some of this very heavy rain and hail, too, that's coming down, pushing some of that down to the surface and then starting to spread out. In fact, there's that severe thunderstorm warning for the exact reason that I'm talking about, because those winds are going to flow out on the east side of this. In fact, you're probably seeing a couple of these little winds reach down to the surface. They're going to flow right across Lake Waccamaw. If you're in those locations, they're going to move right across 74, 76. That's where we're seeing some of that strong wind. When the rain pushes down to the surface, it has nowhere to go. It can't go through the surface, so it actually has to spread out. And that's why I think you're seeing kind of this strange shape. There it is. You can see the well-defined hook here, that inflow notch, as Colin has so often been mentioning. He's drawing it there on the screen. You have this rain that's wrapping around the circulation. You have the air out ahead of this, the moist air, the warm air that's flowing in. You've got some cooler air on the backside, and it's that kind of combination. There's Colin turning it into the 3D. If this were to continue east and hold together, we're talking about western Pender County now that is under that tornado warning.
You're talking about don't let your guard down, because these storms keep coming in from South Carolina and keep rolling right through our entire area.
They do, and we just got a confirmation of a tornado on the ground right now in Pender County. So this means business.